is a very serious video. I want to take the time to talk about how we as people can help save addicts' lives. And if you clicked on this video, that probably means there's someone in your life who needs help. But first, we got to identify, do you need help? Are there any addictions that you have? We're going to look at that, and then we're going to look about 3 practical steps we can do to actually help save addicts. Hey, what's up, family? Evan here with Real Mental Health. This topic is just hit too close to home for too long. I am an addict myself. I'm involved in the addiction recovery community, but I just know too many people whose kids have died, whose parents have died due to this horrible disease. And I wanted to talk about things that we can do as people to help them. And I want to say, first and foremost, if you have your own addictions, that doesn't mean you can't help someone, but you need to get help first. This entire video, the theme is going to be leading the way by example. We're going to have to lead the way by example. It's very hard, but it's the only way that truly works. So if you have your own addiction, let's address that. And we can talk about treatment and identification in other videos. But basically, really quick, is if you have something that when you start, you can't stop. And when you try to stop, you can't. You're probably addicted. However, it's actually a lot easier to identify addiction in other people. And I'm assuming that if you're watching this video, you know someone who's addicted and you may or may not want to help them. The problem with this, and this is number one with helping addicts, you can't help an addict who doesn't think they're an addict. You say, well, Evan, I know this guy, I know this guy, he smokes weed all day, every day. He has to be an addict. An addict is only an addict if they think they are. Okay? A lot of addicts are in denial. Well, I don't drink on Sundays. Well, I don't smoke in the mornings. Well, I only use cocaine on the weekend. If they don't think they need help, there is nothing that you can do. There is no special phrase. There's no amount of therapy. There's no amount of money or treatment or anything you can do to help them. It's vicious. It's horrible, but it's the truth. And no one's telling you like it is. Okay? So get off all these fancy recovery sites. I'll tell them you're going to drop your kid off or drop your mom or drop whatever off at the rehab center. And they're not going to get better unless they want to. Okay? And until they want to, there's nothing you can do. Okay? Except, there's always a but. Except number 2 is we need to set the example, right? Lead by example, that we will not engage in the addictive behavior with them or around them. Makes sense, right? I have a friend who's addicted to porn. I'm not going to go to the strip club with him. I'm not going to talk about sex with him. I have a friend who's addicted to marijuana. We're not going to smoke together. We're not going to hang out at the dispensary. We're not going to talk about weed. Alcoholics, same thing. I'm not going to drink around them. You need to understand that you cannot engage in addictive behaviors around them. You might not be addicted, but they are. And that's how you set the example. And what you do is, as you do this, let's say your friend stops hanging out with you. Well, that's not your friend. Because if I have a friend who only hangs out with me when I drink, then when I stop drinking, they stop hanging out with me. That's not my friend. They just want a drinking buddy. And I have to accept super hard that this person needs to leave my life for a while. Okay? Needs to leave my life for a while I don't engage in addictive behavior. That takes a strict boundary. You can do it. It's something you can help. Okay? Now, let's say you just like, Evan, it's so hard for me. I'm very attached to this person. They're very close to me. I'll go, this is the third and final piece. Okay? All we can do is tell them on a continual basis, using as many different words as possible, is there anything I can do to help? Is there anything I can do to help? Ask them. Get their response. But no. 2 things. 1, do not enable them. Hey, do you need help? Yeah, I need $50. Sorry, I can't loan you money. Hey, I need a place to stay for the weekend. Hey, you know what, man? Sorry, I just can't. It's just too busy. Things can't go on. Don't enable them. Right? How can I help? Oh, I need a ride. Sure, I'll give you a ride. Where are you going? Oh, I'm going to my friend's party. Nah. Not going to take you to a party. Hard boundaries. Hard boundaries. It's the only thing that works. Okay? The second thing you can do, how can I help you? Right? They might say, you know what? They just want to listen. They want to vent. Do that. Be there for them. Show up. Listen. Do not, under any circumstances, tell them they're an addict. Tell them they need help. Do not, under any circumstances, try to control their environment and remove certain things. You are only responsible for you and you alone. And if you want to save an addict's life, you have to keep your side of the street clean. don't engage in addictive behaviors yourself or get help for yours. You need to set strict boundaries. I will not engage in addictive behaviors with you. I will not enable you. I will not give you money. I will not give you shelter. I will be there for you emotionally. I will be there for you physically and psychologically. I will be there for you physically. I will be there for you psychologically. I will show up in your life and I will help you in every way I can, but I will not enable you. And the last piece is I will not intervene on you. I will not tell you you're an addict. I will not tell you that you need to get help. That literally never, ever works. And someone will post in the comments, well, I knew a person that, okay, well, that person was ready to get help. Because if I tell you you need to get help and you get help, that's because you wanted to. It wasn't because I wanted to. And any addict in the history of all humanity, whoever did it for somebody else will fail. And I'm telling you, the stakes are high. The stakes are high. They're super high because someone who comes out of relapse literally can die. I've seen it. It literally has just happened. So in recap, in this, if you want to save an addict's life, keep your side of the street clean. Make sure you're getting help for your addictions. Do not enable them. Do not try to control their environment. Do not tell them they are an addict. Instead, what you do is you offer to be of service. How can I help you? Is anything going on? Checking in, providing things for them that aren't going to enable them addiction. Help them go to a job. Help them clean up their life. Do anything that can be of service, but don't directly try to control their addiction. Okay, folks, get out there, do it today, and save an addict's life, and I'll see you in the next video.